Marie, thank you so much. This is a very emotional speech, and we love for your work, we love your organization, and I think the next time we're doing something good. And the next speaker now, Ruiz Marinelli, the Yes California movement.
Thank you, Alexander. Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. To begin, I would like to start by delivering some remarks prepared for this conference by the leader of the California Independence Campaign, who is now Marcus Ruiz Evans, the partner with whom I co-founded this campaign back in 2014. He asked for me to speak on his behalf before I deliver my own comments afterwards. So he says, thank you to the people of Donetsk for organizing and inviting this California Independence Campaign to participate in the conference. We are honored to have the opportunity to develop a relationship with you and with the others you have assembled at this conference. One day, future independent nations such as California, Texas, Scotland, Quebec, Catalonia, and the people of Donetsk, and people from across Europe and the Middle East will exercise the right to self-determination, and we look forward to working with them at that time. So thank you again for hosting this conference. California is a nation state. It is a separate nation. Even though politically and legally we are still married to the United States, in California we already consider ourselves a separate country, a separate nation. And that's what our governor meant when he said that California is a separate nation. He meant that our nation, our state of California, is a separate nation because that is our state of mind. And we already act like a separate nation. There are so many things that California does that more closely resemble the behavior of a country than that of an American state. One of such things I wanted to bring to your attention, since it directly relates to this conference and to why I support California's participation in it, is that in this 2014, the state of California recognized the independence of Artsakh in the Republic of Nagorno-Karabakh. This historic vote specifically voiced encouragement for Artsakh's continuing efforts to develop a free and independent nation, and formally called upon the United States government to support the self-determination and democratic independence of the Nagorno-Karabakh Republic. The point is that California does these kinds of things. It behaves like a nation more than it behaves like a state in the United States, because it is a nation. And our campaign for independence is working to achieve that goal for ourselves, and in time we hope to be in a position to recognize other nations in this world by encouraging and supporting the right of self-determination and independence today. So thank you. Now I'd like to turn my attention to my colleague and friend, which will be me, who now will continue with my own remarks for our conference. And I would also like to point out that I'm looking forward to, once this global health pandemic subsides, that we will have the chance to meet in person in the Donetsk People's Republic. So thank you for having me today. I appreciate the opportunity to once again meet with some of you. I've seen some familiar faces from our last conference that we held in Moscow a number of years back. And like I said, I look forward to seeing you and meeting new faces in Donetsk once the pandemic subsides. Now, California government